Hey, hello, Goons. My name is Alex. Welcome back to Pokemon Shining Pearl. In the last video, we managed to get to Veilstone City, which is the home of the third gym. But before then, I figured I would basically explore, well, one of the main places that you're gonna have to see. Well, I say that. Sorry, I'm feeling kind of tired right now, but I will do my damnedest to get through all this. So basically, the Veilstone department store is where you're gonna have a lot of Pokeball items, medicine, and of course some HMs. Like here, I get the ones for Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Psychic, and Dazzling Gleam, if I'm not mistaken by the footage. Because you can get those out in certain areas of the game, but it's better if you just come over here and buy them right now. So yeah. That is going to be the main reason as to why you come in here, aside from healing items, Pokeballs, and all that stuff. But as soon as we get out of here, I will try my best at least to move on. Like, well, actually, I should probably explain. This... the gym leader in Veilstone, I would argue that because of the changes that were brought from Gen 6 onward, I would say she's a lot harder than the original games. If I can properly describe it. So I got two Pokemon that can handle her gym hardly any problem. Oh. By the way, those pedestals, I got no freaking idea what they're used for, so if you know, then please tell me in the comments. Geez, sorry. Frick, I got no idea what came over me just then. Anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is in the Veilstone department store. Just a few floors dedicated to different kinds of shops, but you know, it's good that we have access to moves like Thunderbolt and Flamethrower and Ice Beam right from here, you know? Especially since we gonna need it later. But I decided to chill out and get some Ultra Balls because we are gonna catch our final team member pretty soon. In fact, I say pretty soon, it's pretty much... It's pretty much... Well, actually, I need to teach my mom a few new moves. So, yeah, just bear in for a second on that. I was convinced that Bulldoze would work with Tor because of what it eventually evolves into, and it would have helped out a lot in the next gym, but it is what it is. So now we teach Christy Psychic, one of the most powerful moves that it can learn, and I'm also going to teach her Dazzling Gleam because she'll learn it upon evolution anyway, and for the fighting gym, it's just another move to pretty much do a lot of super effective damage. You know, that's basically what this was about, you know? U-turn, I'll teach the Falcon later on, but But I did have to, but I did have to film a bunch of different stuff together. Well, no. That's the wrong way to put it. Sorry. So, right there was part 1 of this video. Part 2 is me going into the Grand Underground so I can get our final team member, if I can properly find it in here. No, that wasn't it. There it is. Sorry. And I was trying to walk into it, but it just wouldn't work for some reason. Yep, we got Krogunk on the team. And right here, you are going to be seeing the footage sped up because this fight took for freaking ever. Oh, I cringe just remembering this battle. I had Ultra Balls, which are pretty much the strongest balls I got right now, and yet it took nearly all of them just to get this bitch in one. Like, seriously, what the hell? Like I get that Grand Underground Pokemon are pretty strong, but come the fuck on. I nearly lost my freaking voice with this stuff, you know? Just, ugh, I hate it. I hate it so much. But that wasn't the only problem I had with her. But again, that wasn't the only problem I had. Like, eventually I figured out that she was more of a special attacker rather than a physical one. And to be honest, I would have preferred a mixed attacker, you know, because the line has access to a lot of poison moves, which are special based, and can learn a lot of good fighting moves, such as the one that we're going to get from the gym leader, Drain Punch. And I named her Melina after the Mortal Kombat character, so you're welcome, guys. So this is the third part into this video's recording. Well, when I say part, I mean for the footage, okay? Okay. So, part 3 of the footage is when I actually went to the Veilstone gym, and the puzzle for this one is fairly simple. You just need to move all of those things in the floor to one side so you can clear a path for the so you can clear a path to the gym leader. God, why can't I talk today? Am I that freaking tired already? Jesus. Anyway, so there is a reason why I gave Melina the black sludge back, and that's because it can heal a poison type Pokemon. If it's held by a different type, it will poison it. So you need to be careful if you decide to use that. Now, my opinion on items is that they are really damn helpful, especially if you're going up against something that is ridiculously hard, like the champion, which we'll get to eventually. You all know the champion, so I'm not really gonna bother. But yeah, she can be pretty hard, and I think one of the biggest problems I had with this gym was that I was too reliant on Christy. You know, because she's a psychic type. Psychic types are fighting types are incredibly weak to psychic types. So, yeah. Anyway, so I pretty much cut here because, well, it's a pretty simple puzzle. You just need to freaking slide them as needed. Like, it's like, you don't need me to you don't need me to point out how to do the puzzles, so you know. All right, so Maylene, I would consider her a lot tougher than. I would consider her a lot tougher in this particular gym. Well, this particular region due to her ace, which I will get to in a minute, as well as the fairy typing, which was introduced in Gen 6. So this is my second go at fighting her, which is why Falcon is up front. Originally, I thought that a simple Dazzling Gleam from Christy would be enough, but fortunately, it isn't. And before this particular fight, I actually went to the route below Veilstone City so I could train up a bit. So now that Meditite's out, it's onto her Machoke, which in terms of special stats is a complete joke. I believe it was one Psychic that did it in, and yep, one Psychic. Okay, now we get to her ace, which oh boy. Okay, so her ace I love and hate at the same time. Love because it's one of my favorite Pokemon to use ever, and hate because of the kind of team formations and stats you're gonna have at this point in the game. Lucario is my boy! I love Lucario, okay? Now, okay, so you're probably thinking, well, why'd you send in Tor? It doesn't even have a ground type move to deal with its steel type. Well, my dumb brain thought that maybe I could get a critical hit with Razor Leaf because it has a high chance to do that. Unfortunately, I was proven wrong. Yeah, not really the best. So Lucario is pretty ridiculous because it has well, first of all, it has bulk up, which boosts up its physical attack and defenses, which is kind of an issue when you have a move. Well, like when you have a physical fighting move and or a physical fire move, and it just, ugh. Anyway, Melina is going to be the reason that I show off why bulk up is kind of annoying with her, because, well, for one, low sweep. Now there is a reason as to why I did there it is. There's speed. I wanted to cut down its speed because as much as I freaking love Lucario and how fast it is, if you don't have something that's faster, then you are going to get hurt a lot. And I also had Intimidate there to cut down the attack a little bit, but apparently it didn't really work because bulk up increased the physical defense and physical attack even more. Oh, and also flying does normal damage because of the steel typing. And steel is one of the major weaknesses to fairy types. And that's why Christy is kind of a hindrance in this particular gym. Because of her new added weakness, as well as her not being a great physical tank, she is practically useless to battle the ace. Now I went with Melina again, so that way I could lower the speed down here. Like, you know, it's pretty much like mind games, basically, you know. And since Lucario was slowed down enough, I was able to land one final low sweep before she gets knocked out. And that was where I took a gamble with Hella, because Lucario is a steel type, which is weak to fire. So, boom! And it's done. I was freaking tense as a motherfucker right then. But, yeah. That is pretty much this video. We just went through one of the major things, which was basically to get into the league. Now, not only is Melee gonna give us the Cobble badge, but she's also gonna give us a very handy TM that surprisingly not many fighting Pokemon can learn, and that is Drain Punch. Basically what Drain Punch is that it's a physical fighting move that zaps health away from the target and gives it to you. Think of it kind of like the move Absorb, Mega Drain, or, what was it, Giga Drain, that's what it was. Anyway, so, I'm gonna teach, Melina, Drain Punch, getting rid of, I think it was a Bullet Punch. Yeah, because it's not that great, but, is what it is. Anyway, and after we get out of the gym, we have another story mission, but that will be saved for next time. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and above all, subscribe to the channel for more content. And the next milestone that we will celebrate is 500 subscribers, and we're still pretty close. Well, I wouldn't say fairly close, but either way, until next time, Sister Goons, remember, reach for the stars.